Is Sunderland about to sign a striker? A loan one, yes, but it's a very good one at that. Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. Do us a massive favour, hit the thumbs up on this one please, and subscribe if you're brand new. It costs you nought. Now then, Liverpool fans, can you let us know in the comment section below, any ones that's watching, what are we to expect from Jayden Danns? What qualities will he bring to the Sunderland team? Now, I've seen a few Sunderland fans already commenting regarding Danns, and I can see why a few of the comments are being a little bit apprehensive and they are dubious regarding this move. And that's simply because all we're doing really is developing Danns for Liverpool, and that isn't always the best for Sunderland going forward as a club. But that's not the reason for me. You may say that we've been stung with loan spells, especially from that striker position in the past. Look at Burstow, Gerrard. But Gerrard, I thought he did alright the back end of his loan spell, but Burstow was a one to forget. So I can see why a few fans are a little dubious. But for me, this lad is levels above them. I've got no worry. I'm quite positive about this loan spell, to be honest. I've did a little bit of research and I've watched a few of his highlights, a few of his games, and I've read what other people have had to say about him, and he's highly, highly rated. I didn't even think Slot would be too mind to keep the lad, but he wants him to get the most game time that he can possibly get. And if he comes to Sunderland, where else other than Sunderland is the best at developing young players? Nowhere. We are the best club in the country at digging it, and that's why I think these big clubs are so happy to send their players to loan them out to us. Now, Danns, for being very young, has got some decent experience already at a high level, and I'm quite surprised, to be honest, and that's why I said he's levels above Burstow and Gerrard because of the experience that he's acquired already. Now let's talk about that. He came through Liverpool's academy and he made his first team appearance as a second half sub against Morecambe in 2023. In February 2024 he made his first Premier League debut as an 89th minute sub against Liverpool's 4-1 win over Luton. And that's exactly what I was telling you about. He's already played in the Premier League, the highest in English football. 4 days later he featured in the EFL Cup final as Liverpool beat Chelsea 1-0 at Wembley. So this lad is rated that much, they're willing to play him in a cup final at Wembley. Now if we get to the playoffs, touch wood, we're going up automatically, but if we get to the playoffs and we manage to get to Wembley, then he's got that experience under his belt already. So he suffered an injury in pre-season that took him out till November, but he made a goal-scoring return to the first team in a 4-0 win over Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup. He's made his first ever Liverpool start against PSV, listen to this, in the Champions League. That's the type of loan player where you're getting. He's already got experience in the Champions League. You know, that's why I'm saying he's levels above the loan strikers that we've had in previous seasons. You even toss Ellis Sims in there, to be honest. So I've no doubt that it'll work for him. Like, just going off what I've read about this player, I'm quite excited about Jayden Danns coming to the stadium. Like, I think once he's bided his time and he finally gets into the first team, I think he may be one of them ones where we're struggling to leave him on the bench. But that means who misses out? We've been in the last game against Plymouth, we went one up top. Now Wilson Isidore is our main man. So how are we going to accommodate that? Are we going to go on two up top? But then for me, Mienda, it would be very, very harsh to drop him. So it's going to be a headache for Reggie, and I'm glad it's for Reggie and not me. But I think this lad will do well at Sunderland. I think he'll score goals at Sunderland as well, and I'm so positive about this one. And also, before we go, you've heard on social media regarding the transfer of Tommy Watson. Now, I've seen a lot of fans giving him stick, basically, saying he wants reassurances and that, you know, they think, hang on a minute, you've just burst into the first team. How can you really be asking for reassurances when you literally just got into the first team? And I do understand where they're coming from, but he is a very, very good player. Now, I think he's a little worried that when Mundell's fit, he's our number one, which obviously he's going to be our number one. He's got bags of experience, and it was his number one in the first place. Now, through injury, Tommy Watson's came into the fold, and he's done really well, and he's outstanding. He's a proper talent. I really highly rate Tommy Watson, and I didn't want him to go. I want him to stay at Sunderland and fight for that first team spot. But to say that he's apparently, this is just rumours, he wants reassurances basically he wants to be as the first team starter. Now I didn't like that type of attitude if that's true. Now obviously you've seen the transfer offers from Brighton where they've said they want, what was it, the recent one I've seen, 8.5 million up front and then add-ons. But Sunderland have knocked that back and said, if we have one of your players, now I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, I should have wrote it down, we'll have him, then you can have Tommy, which that is good business sense for me. Just like this, I think this is good for both teams regarding Jayden Danns as well. I think that would be good. If you're going to get rid of Tommy Watson, then you've got to have a replacement straight away. There's no good us selling him. Yes, we might have the money in the bank, but we haven't got that replacement in. So for me, I wouldn't want Mundell to risk getting injured and then we're putting Lafay out wide, because what was the point in bringing Lafay in to play him out on the left wing where that's not his best position. His best position is in the middle. So if you do that, then you need that instant replacement in. So if Brighton are willing to do that, then it makes the deal that a little bit more sweeter. But for me personally, I'd rather Watson stay, because look what he done when he came on against Stoke and he got his 2 goals. Before he got injured, he looks good, the way he travels with the ball. He's a very good player and he's developing well at Sunderland. I just didn't know why we have to have these stumbling blocks in, especially with only having 18 months left on his contract. But let us know, Sunderland fans, what do you think of this signing? Are you happy with it? Where else should we strengthen in the market as well? Me and Stephen are doing a live stream tonight and I'll be still on for the January window. So come along on the chat, say hello, and I'll see you in the next video.